Hi, in this video we will be looking at adjusted R squared. So the problem with R squared is that as the number of input feature increases, the R square value on the trained dataset always increases because our model is getting more and more complex. So for example, let's say we initially had this model a0 plus a1x1 plus up to an xn, and we added a new feature, input feature xn plus 1, and we get a additional coefficient an plus 1. So if an plus 1, if xn plus 1 would be correlated with y, then an plus 1 would be non-zero, and in that case the goodness of fit, or the R square value, will definitely increase because we will be getting a better fit or a fit with less bias. On the other hand, if an plus 1 is 0, the R square will remain same, otherwise R square would increase. And hence R square in itself is not very accurate representation of how our model would perform on unseen data, and hence we have two options. So one of the options is to calculate R square on unseen data itself to evaluate model performance, unseen data or test data to evaluate model performance, and this is known as predicted R square. The other option is that, let's say, what statisticians use, because they do not usually separate out test dataset, they train on the complete dataset. So what they do is they adjust for the increase in number of input variables, and they call it adjusted R square. So let's say, how do we adjust our normal R square? So our normal R square is defined as 1 minus SSE by SST, where SST is nothing but sigma yi minus y bar whole square for I is equal to 1 to n. So instead of using this value in adjusted R square, we use unbiased variance for SST, and to use unbiased variance we divide it by 1 by n minus 1. Why do we divide by 1 by n minus 1? Because we have n minus 1 degrees of freedom, and by degrees of freedom I mean that, let's say, we have n values, sigma, so y1 minus y bar, y2 minus y bar, yn minus y bar. We have n values, but only n minus 1 can be independently chosen, and we can derive nth of them using rest n minus 1 values. And this is because we know that sigma of yi minus y bar I is equal to 1 to n is 0. Hence, if we know any of the n minus 1 values of these n values, we can automatically determine the nth value, and hence the degree of freedom is n minus 1, and it helps us to obtain an unbiased estimate of variance in our data points yi's. Similarly, we adjust our SSE, which is equals to the predicted output minus actual output, sum of square. We adjust this by dividing it with the degrees of freedom, and degrees of freedom here are n minus k minus 1, where k is number of input features. And to look at that, why do we have degree of freedom of k plus 1? We can see that given n minus k minus 1 values among y1 cap minus y1, y2 cap minus y2. So among these n values, if we just know n minus k minus 1 values, we can find rest k plus 1 values out of them. And how can we find? Because we have these k plus 1 relations. So we have k plus 1 relations because we minimize this squared error, right? In the OLS, we minimize this error. So this is OLS error. And to minimize that, since our I cap is something like a0 plus a1 x1 plus and so on plus ak xk. So let's say we have k independent variables, and to minimize that we take derivative of OLS with respect to a0 to be 0, derivative of OLS with respect to a1 to be 0, and so on, derivative of OLS with respect to ak to be 0. Hence we get k plus 1 equations. So this implies sigma yi cap minus yi is equal to 0. This implies sigma x1i, which means the first feature for ith training example, yi cap minus yi is equal to 0. This implies xki yi cap minus yi is equal to 0, and hence in this way we get k plus 1 equations for n variables. And by n variables I mean y1 cap minus y1, y2 cap minus y2 up to yn cap minus yn. So now among these n variables, we just need values of n minus k minus 1 of these variables, and we can find values of rest k plus 1 variables by using these k plus 1 equations that we just derived. Hence the degree of freedom for this case is n minus k minus 1. So now our original r square was 1 minus sigma yi cap minus yi whole square I is equal to 1 to n upon sigma I is equal to 1 to n yi minus y bar whole square. So adjusted r square is 1 minus, we adjust for the degrees of freedom, sigma I is equal to 1 to n upon 1 upon n minus 1 sigma I is equal to 1 to n yi minus y bar whole square. So basically we can say that this ratio in blue box, this ratio is equal to 1 minus r square. So we will replace this ratio here to get adjusted r square equal to 1 minus n minus 1 upon n minus k minus 1 times 1 minus r square. And if we evaluate our model performance using adjusted r square on the trained data set, we'll be able to know that when should we add an extra input variable or when should we do not add an extra input variable, whether that extra input variable is really useful or not, or is it just overfitting our model. So I hope you like this video. See you in next video.